The last question is from Jem Abansenya of TV5.
Sir, may gabi. Sir, comment niyo po dun sa nangyaring dispersal sa harap ng US Embassy noong Wednesday po.
You know, the police said that natakot kasi na-corner sila. There were just two of them, I think, in the crowd. They were surrounded by the group of militants. Alam mo, yan ang sinasabi ko. Even in war, even in everything, it's miscalculation. Well, I think that the police there was... nobody would ever do that in the midst of a troubled... I'm not justifying it. Just say maybe. Baka he was under stress. He might be they might gang up on him, hurt him. And so he acted on by instinct, self-preservation. Tsaka yung namang hindi naman talagang may gusto siyang patayin. Padiretso-diretso lang eh. Hindi naman talaga yung pinipili niya kung saan yung mga tao. But I said, I am not, this is not a brief for the police. I might say that. Pero I intend to look at it. I will try to talk to the police, invite him for coffee, and I will talk to the activists. Para naman hindi sila, I would like to know what really happened. The dimension can be had if I would do the questioning myself. I do not want a quarrel between there's no more left here. I do not want to hear it. From our side, Governor, right, or from the left. We should stop it because we are talking. And we are all Filipinos. I do not want anybody hurt there. Not the police, not the young militants. It's about time that we should really treat this as a matter with civility. Hindi na yung na lang dyan kasi matuhin mo yung mga police. Police naman come in swaggering and beating people. That I would not like that these things happening in my administration. I'm praying to God that we will succeed in the talks and baka sakali makachamba tayo. So with our Moro brothers, baka one for reason or another, it might dawn upon everybody that we should be just talking. Everybody is progressing, whether it's in China, Japan. Why are we still trying to fight that? Para tayo nag-rumble dito ng mga bata eh. Look at those young people that are fighting street fights every night. Stop it. No, kukurniya na ako. But this is one thing I'd like to suggest. I do not want any firearms during demonstrations. Maybe, but no M16s there. Wala, they should be stationed far away. The worst that they can do, or maybe the demonstration is cause damage. I do not want to see M16s. There's no fighting there that will ever happen. I mean, those are anathema in the modern sense of the word demonstrations. They're everywhere. In every country, there are always demonstrations. And the government, police and military should expect that when there is almost a disagreement in dissent, everybody in any country, it could be Turkey, it could be anywhere. It's always France. Nandiyan talaga yung demonstrations. It is part of the territory of democracy. Sana. Yeah. Okay. I might not be able to hear you. You know, I had this sleeping when I was. You might want to use the. Yes, sir.
Will Ripley of CNN Tokyo.
Thank you very much, Mr. President, for taking my question. Just wondering, who would you get along with the best in the White House, Hillary Clinton or Donald Trump?
You know, my friend, I would like to answer your question candidly, honestly, and truthfully. Problem is, of course, personally, it do not really matter much. But I am a president of a country, and we have these splendid relations with America. And the fact that there are already millions of Filipinos, maybe in your country. Are you an American? Okay. I cannot gamble an answer. Because either way it would affect, they might create a hostility here, antagonism here. So I'm better off in saying that my favorite hero is Putin.
Some in the United States and elsewhere have compared you, the reason why I ask, have compared you to Donald Trump, the Republican candidate. What do you make of those comparisons? Speaking off the cuff, speaking what's on your mind. Donald Trump has also done the same thing.
Valid issues, actually. Valid issues. Trump is airing something which is should also be a concern. One is terrorism. Everybody should be worried about terrorism. And of course, in this modern world, multicultural countries, again, there should be some semblance of, acceptance and maybe, especially in the matter of religion, tolerance. Those are both words, but they have deeper meanings if you go into it. Tolerance, tolerate your religion and respect it and all the things like that. Terrorism, it's there. And frankly speaking, I'd like to be honest with you. America somehow, not all, somehow provided the reasons for the terrorism there right now. Why? Well, you need not be a terrorist. There has to be an explanation. For an Arab of Syrian descent, of Iraqi or Iranian would be there, migrated to the United States, and was even born there, and yet somehow gets into a radical thing. Maybe not even the history of the Persian Empire and all of these things. What they say are the bombings and the killings of Sunni. And if I were it's not being done on the Filipino, I would really, and even you, if you are from the outside and you see Americans being treated that way, villages bombed, killing soldiers, and even hospitals, and just say, oh, it was the wrong target. You, by those pictures alone, you need not physically import, bring him inside the United States. With those images on TV and on the Facebook, you have created so much terrorism in your country. That is what I can say honestly, my observation about America. You have imported terrorism to your land. Okay? Yes, sir. The last one, the third. Yeah, okay.
Ian Cruz of GMA.
Welcome back, Mr. President. Ian Cruz of GMA7, sir. Sir, did you bring up the issue of Filipinos fishing rights in the Scarborough Shoal with President Xi Jinping? And was there any assurance from the Chinese that they will not reclaim any part of the Scarborough Shoal, sir?
I leave it to the... Yes, of course, we did. I leave it to the Chinese authorities what they will do in the next few days from now. Napag-usapan namin, pero no. I leave it to them to... So one of the things I said that in the private talks, which I cannot. But tingnan natin. Let us see what develops in the days to come. Last... hindi ka man bidya.
Hello, sir. I just want to know, because the U.S. Assistant Secretary of State is coming to the Philippines, what issues are you going to take up with him?
Again.
The U.S. Secretary of State, Daniel Russell, is coming to the Philippines. What issues are you going to take up with him?
Secretary of State.
Assistant Secretary of State.
The Secretary of State here is Perfecto Kerry Yasay. Yeah.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, ladies
Salamat.
and gentlemen. Thank you, Mr. President. Good night.
International Airport makarang dumating mula sa kanyang state visit sa China at Brunei. Iniulat ng Pangulo ang bilyong pisong halaga ng investment pledges mula sa China at Brunei na magbibigay trabaho sa atin sa loob daw ng 5 taon. Sinabi rin ng Pangulo na pinaigting din ang kooperasyon sa peace and order, maritime security at war on drugs. Samantala, nilinaw ng Pangulo ang napabalitang anunsyo niya sa Beijing sa pagtalas sa US sa aspekto ng militar at ekonomiko. Anya, hindi ito pagtalas sa diplomatic relations ng dalawang bansa. Iginigit lang ng Pangulo ang pagkakaroon natin ng hiwalay na foreign policy. Sa mga nangangamba na mag-Pinoy na nagtatrabaho sa isang US company, sinabi ng Pangulo na kung mangangamba tayo ay dapat ding mangamba ang Estados Unidos dahil may mga kababayan sila nagtatrabaho rin sa ating bansa. Muli namang kinwestiyon ng Pangulo ang pag-ungkat ng US sa extrajudicial killings at sinabing handa siyang magbitiw sa pwesto kung may magsasabing tama ang ginawa